Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to the Oracle of Light. Hello, my name is SP Psychic Medium. Lovely for you to join us today. Welcome to everyone watching from around the world. So today's show, Netanyahu and Gaza. It's recently hit the news that the UK Prime Minister, a UK Prime Minister whose name has slipped my mind, just Keir Starmer. His name's just to remind you, Keir Starmer, yeah, has decided to suspend his trade talks with Netanyahu and he's done that to put a lot of pressure on Netanyahu to basically to allow this what Netanyahu is doing at the moment is bombing everything out of Gaza, and he's even stopping relief getting through to Gaza, and it's becoming a humanitarian catastrophe, basically. It sounds absolutely terrible what's going on over there. And so it's not just Keir Starmer, it's a lot of other countries from around the world are coming together. I know Canada is also increasing the pressure, and lots of other countries are coming together to really try and pressure pressure Netanyahu to stop what he's doing, basically, you know. And what he's doing now is also, I believe, in contravening human rights laws as well. So there's human rights laws being contravened, I believe. Of course, before we get going, don't forget all readings are for entertainment purposes only as well, everybody, as you all know, those that watch the show. But yeah, let's go back on to this subject of Gaza and Israel. So I will also be putting a link to a video that explains this in a lot more detail as well, just in case you're wondering what's going on with everything. But I can tell you right now what is happening is Netanyahu seems to be unrelenting from what I can see, and doesn't seem to be listening to anyone around him, asking him to stop, let aid get through, you know, because obviously there's innocent Palestinians being killed, okay, and they're being killed, and no relief's being sent through to them. It's really horrific what's going on, you know. So what I thought I would do is to do a reading and to open up this subject. This is the whole point of this channel, to take subjects like this going on around the world and shine a light and get some insight onto them. And so you might think, well, what insight can we get from this situation right now? We know that obviously the world leaders from around the world are trying to put pressure on Netanyahu, who seems to be unrelenting in his onslaught to Gaza and the Palestinians. What can we possibly learn? So what we're going to be looking at is this question: will Netanyahu fold under international pressure? And what we mean by that is he going to actually let some aid through? Is he going to bring a stop to it? Is he going to, you know, is he going to stop this onslaught that he's doing, you know? And this is what this reading's about, to hopefully open it up to see what the cards will say. As I say, we do know that all readings are for entertainment purposes only, but it's just to see where we can get some insight as to where this is going to go. Because at the moment, it seems like he's just going to continue at the moment. There is this growing pressure from the other countries, which would hope have an effect, but hopefully the cards might show us whether this pressure that's being increased may have an effect. Okay, of course, this is a reading for right now. Things may always change, as I always say, but at this moment in time, let's see what these cards say about this, you know, and what insight can they bring and give to us. Of course, we always send love and healing to all those people that are caught in war. It's always horrendous when anyone is caught up in these sort of conflicts, you know, and of course we send out all of our love and everything to the people suffering, okay? So let's just see what these cards say then. So the question: will Netanyahu fold under international pressure? Let's see what the cards are going to say. It'll be very telling. I do also read reverse cards, by the way. So we'll see what the cards really say. I'm just giving a good old shuffle. Yeah, so I feel when I get 4 cards out at the moment, I feel. We're just focusing on will Netanyahu fall under international pressure. That's what we're focusing on here. So let's see what they say. So I'll move it down. I love the table. So I just divide the cards and then we get going. So 9 of Pentacles upside down, the Devil, okay, the 9 of Cups, and I'm going to get 6 out because I've ended up with 6 there. The 7 of Swords, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Okay, so let's have a look. I was supposed to get, this is what happens. I was supposed to get 4, but obviously I was meant to get 6 because this is how I work with, very intuitively. So first of all, this is our question. Will Netanyahu fold under international pressure? So first of all, we have this card, the 9 of Pentacles. So first of all, there's money connected directly into this, okay? And firstly, also, so this is an upside down card, which often means it like inverts the meaning. So this is a very motherly card. So I want to invert that. So this is not motherly. This is quite the opposite from a motherly card. This is quite cold, quite detached, because a mother is very attached to her children. So there's a detachment here. There's money involved with the Pentacles. And there's also the sense of him being in a bubble. I feel I really get this sense of him being in like his own bubble, if you like, with this. He's not letting anyone punch that bubble, if you know what I mean. There's definitely this detachment. There's a detachment, but there's money involved. There's money involved here, without a doubt. The Devil, I feel this is describing Netanyahu here, okay? Because he's bombing these Palestinians, and obviously now it's getting to a point where there's aid being withheld from them, and it's becoming like a huge humanitarian crisis here. That's what it's becoming, and that's just evil. And the Devil is very much known as an evil character. I think everyone will agree about that. So I think that is really describing this person that we're dealing with here. He has no shame about of the suffering that he's causing. No shame about that, or no feeling about that. Because as I say, because the first card is detachment. It's almost like a card of detachment, emotionally detached from this thing. Now the next card I think is to do with. I almost feel this is to do with, because Israel and Gaza are so close. It feels like almost like this is. He doesn't. I think he's enjoying being in this position of it feels like power at the moment, because I feel that almost like he feels that Israel is this person looking down on this person that's in the water, and it feels like that Israel is looking down on Gaza right now, and that, okay, and I think this is to do with him enjoying this position of power. He's enjoying this position of power. He's enjoying the control aspect of it. I feel, I feel there's this control aspect to it. This definitely feels, in terms of the cups is a card. Cups are often connected to love and stuff, but I feel this is to do with the fact that there's a lot of. I think this is to do with the people rallying around to try and sort it out. Actually, I think the cups are almost representative of like the world leaders that are trying to come in and stop it. They can almost see Gaza drowning, if you like, and they want to come in and save Gaza. I feel that's what that is. The 7 of Wands is. So this is definitely this is a fighting card. This is a resistance card in the sense of he's resisting it. So Will he fold under international pressure? With this card, I'm not really sure. It feels like, to be honest, it's the last thing he wants to do, you know, because I feel that obviously you can see this person is fighting it off and saying, no, basically, no, I won't. No, I won't. Because when you fight people away, you're going, no, that's not, you know. Obviously, it's an upside down one as well, which means he does have very negative intentions. He has intentions solely on very much himself. He's not worried about how many people are caught in the crossfire, and he's not listening to other people. So it's interesting that this comes after this card, because it's almost this card, the cups represent the world leaders, and then the wands could also be the world leaders that he's fighting off. You know, I feel that that's what that's to do with, that he's fighting off these wands, you know. So definitely there's going to be resistance to this pressure that is being put on him, you know. So this international pressure, there's definitely going to be resistance there. And now, interestingly, the Princess of Pentacles, this could be to do with, I think this is to do with like almost like the human rights, almost like the people's voice. There's something to do with, there's a strong female in the mix here anyway, and I wouldn't be sure who this was. It could be one of the world leaders that puts a lot of pressure on, you know. I'm not entirely sure who this could be right now, but I feel that there is going to be a powerful female that is going to come into the mix and maybe tip the balance to stop him, or there's definitely going to be someone that comes into the mix and it has a lot of power, and almost like makes him shrink a little bit. Because the Hermit is very much and it's the Hermit the right way up. So the Hermit comes after the Princess of Pentacles, and I think it's important that it is there, because the Hermit is a retracting card. Because when you're a Hermit, you isolate yourself, you know. So when you're trying to go into another area, you're not that. You're doing the opposite to that. You're trying to spread yourself out. Whereas this one is very much an isolating card, which suggests there's going to be a female that could come along and possibly definitely start to retract or bring back what is happening possibly. So there's definitely a retraction from the Hermit and in going back, almost like going back on things, you know. I need to say retracting is what I feel I need to say with that card. It's like a retraction card, a retracting back, retreating card, you could even call it almost, you know. Because a hermit is like a person on retreat, you know. So there's a retreat coming, but I feel it's after a female does something. I'm intrigued with who this is, but it feels like when a female gets into the mix, powerful female, something's going to happen with this. Let's just watch this space. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued with what that is, you know. In terms of time, so will Netanyahu fall under pressure? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think this is going to be coming overnight, it feels like, because you have to remember that the placement of the Princess of Pentacles is more in the future of the reading than in the present. So I don't have a time scale on when this person's going to be coming into the mix, okay? But I feel they are going to come into the mix and they're going to bring retreating and retraction. But in terms of where we are right now, there's going to be resistance at the moment. Okay, that's what I do. That is a strong message I need you to take from this reading. Okay, there is going to be resistance to this. You know, he's going to be resisting this international pressure for everything that he can do. But obviously, someone's going to come along and bring about a change to that. Exactly how that happens, we'll see. You know, but I want to draw some more cards out. I want to get some Oracle of the Light cards. These are the cards that me and Francesco created to get some more insight into this. Yeah. Don't forget, if you're enjoying it, don't forget to subscribe, everybody. So let's get some more cards out here to get some more insight then. So will Netanyahu fall under pressure? These are the Oracle of the Light cards there. Created by me and Francesco. So let's put that question up. Will Netanyahu fall under pressure? Okay, so yeah, let's get the cards. So we have an upside down cosmic dreams. We have an upside down floating island. And we have an upside, all right, way up heavenly connection. Oh, interestingly, okay. So first of all, first card then is the cosmic dreams upside down. So this is to do with that the motherliness one, the lack of motherliness. It's to do with very opposite to cosmic dreams is all based on physicality, on money, obsessed with money. It comes down to money and physical things, because the opposite to cosmic dreams is when you connect to the energy and you realize that actually money is meaningless. But obviously it's upside down, so it's the opposite to that. So there's a real greed and hunger for money and wealth here, I feel. Okay. And material things is what this is about. Okay. Now, interestingly as well, floating island on the center of the reading here, where the retracting, this is not where the retraction, but where the resisting card is. Now this is the floating island upside down. So I feel this is very much, again, I want it, he wants it, you know, because at the moment he's trying to expand. Well, the opposite to a floating island, which is an individual, is again about expanding. So he wants to expand his empire, you know, and I don't think he's going to rest on this easily, I feel, you know, because I feel like that's represented by the rock, you know. It goes deep, you know, for whatever reason, it goes really, really deep. And the last card, Heavenly Connection. So I feel this is to do with this connection to this Princess of Pentacles, you know. There's this connection going here to this woman, this female coming into the thing. There's definitely this powerful female coming in, and there's this definitely almost like, I don't know whether it creates a connection that then creates another thing that then means he retreats more. You know, this is going to be something in terms of exactly when this will be. Also, this could be represented by the dove of peace. So this could suggest that in the future there is going to be a peace there, because it does look like a dove, one of those birds there, you know, it does to me right now with the reading anyway. So it does feel, and there's two doves there as well. So, and this is in the future of the reading. Of course, there's no time scale on this, but it does feel that some degree of arrangement is going to happen in the end. But exactly when, I really don't know, because I feel the reason why I need to keep saying I don't know when is because there's this resistance card, and it's just a matter of how long that resistance goes for, you know. And so it's impossible for me to say time. I just don't have a time for that, I can say. But I do feel that some level of peace is going to be achieved, you know. I don't know whether there's going to be, it's going to be an agreed level of peace, if you know what I mean, because both doves are looking in different directions. So it feels that peace might be achieved, but almost like a, what would you call it? Just about, yeah, it's not like a, oh yeah, we get on great now. It's kind of like a, okay, that's fine then, is the best way to put it, you know. Yeah, it's not going to be a become buddies afterwards. It's going to be simply just almost like put up with each other, and that's fine, if you like. Is that the best way to put it? Yeah. But that's good that is there, because it does feel that eventually we will be coming out of this scenario. But right now, there is this resistance to deal with, you know, and I don't know how long that will go on for. Okay, so we're going to do a quick recap then over all the cards. So I'll just move those oracle of the light to the side a minute. Okay, so first of all, we have the Nine of Pentacles, so the opposite of motherliness, detachment and money being involved. Okay, detachment, no feelings. The Devil, this is a person we're dealing with, evil, has no heart in that sense, you know. Also, that could be represented by the heart being upside down as well, and the floating island upside, the heart, which is upside down, suggests no heart there as well. the Nine of Cups enjoying the control he's having, the perceived control he's having anyway, okay? Because enjoying this perceived control over Gaza, but a lot of the leaders trying to rally around, trying to create that peace there. But there's resistance to that. There's a lot of resistance, and he's going to put that up for as long as he possibly can. But there's going to be this interesting female that's going to be coming in. Now, this could be a leader, a world leader, but I don't know who it could be right now. We'll see how it unfolds. But that's going to create some kind of catalyst of events that makes him retreat for some reason. There's going to be some retreat of something. I don't know what this could be. And obviously, as we go back down the other cards, we have the Cosmic Soul upside down, which is again this to do with this, all to do with money and the physicality of things. Also, that the heart, the floating island, is all to do with wanting more, and also the fact his heart connects to no heart. He has no heart and all that, and that's that aspect. And also, we finish off though with heavenly connection and the dove of peace. Though it does say this but I don't know what time scale we've got for this. But it does feel, I think the dove of peace feels too strong. Actual fact, it feels more like the dove of agreement. I know that sounds really funny, but it feels like some kind of agreement or something is going to be made that will allow this situation to retreat at last. Retreat like that card, you know. So yeah, I'm going to leave that with the love and light, you know. Of course, we do send our love and healing over to everyone and all the innocent people that are affected in the wars, not just in this one, but all around the world, okay? Because I never advocate war. It's never the way. And so we just want to send our love to all those sort of suffering and being affected by it in any way, okay? So listen, everybody, I do hope you enjoyed the show today. Don't forget, if you did enjoy it, leave a thumbs up. I do subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my videos. It just means so much. So with lots of love and light from the Oracle of the Light, I will see you all really, really soon. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.